What's going on, guys? Chinese Guy here. Today in this video I have some more Battlefield 4 news for you guys, since I haven't done it in a while and I think there's quite some new information about Battlefield 4 in general, and I just want to talk to you guys about it. As of the time of recording this video, which is January 13th, we just got a new PC patch and they fixed a bunch of problems, including general stability of the game. So would that mean less crashes for us? And they also normalized repair rates across all the vehicles, and vehicles with lower health points like aircrafts and transport vehicles now can repair more slowly than before, which I think was alright before, but I'm not sure would this be a good or bad thing when they lower this. They also fixed a bug where the M1 Abrams Coastal HMG ammo box was occasionally blocking the driver's camera, which I have actually personally experienced before, and I really didn't mind it because you can just quickly fix it by switching the camera and switching it back and it'll be normal. So they actually did do a little bit of balancing with the jets, and firstly they increased the stealth jet's 20mm cannons by 25%, which I think before were a little bit underpowered, and now I think is perfect. Then they also balanced out the Su-50, which before was way too overpowered. They were easily winning dogfights with that jet, comparing it to the F-35 or the J-20, and now the jet will feel more like the J-20 or the F-35, but I just flown it and it is still a bit better than both of those jets. And also the attack jets now are a bit more balanced too. They aren't as agile as they were earlier, and I think right now they're perfect. Now if you want to see the full patch notes, I will link it down below for you guys. Those were just the highlights, I think, and if you guys want to see more, you can check that out in the link in the description. So recently, some more future possibilities of balancing the game were talked about on Twitter by DICE multiplayer game designer Alan Kurtz. They talked about how DMRs are too weak, and I believe they're just basically a semi-automatic assault rifle. They also talked about how grenades like the V40 and the Argo Impact are too spammy and too powerful. Even though they don't do 100% damage, they still kill very easily. Now the AAs were also need to be rebalanced because many people can just sit in the spawn and just take down the whole enemy air force, which I think was really overpowered, and this needs to be rebalanced immediately, I think. Now this list can probably go on, and those were just the main issues they're looking into right now and hopefully fixing in the near future. And another piece of news includes the AMD Mantle. Now if you don't know what AMD Mantle is basically software which makes Frostbite 3 games run faster and better on AMD cards. And previously AMD said that Mantle might give some games around 10% improvement in performance while running on the same hardware, but that performance appears to be far greater now. The company just announced that some Mantle games at CES, and they showed off Battlefield 4 running on the new technology. So if you want to watch that video, I will have a link down below for you guys. And according to the video, Battlefield 4 runs up to 45% faster in some instances, and that is quite a lot than 10%. And the Battlefield 4 Mantle update will be available later this month in January, and it was actually delayed from December last year, so hopefully we get it this month. The last piece of news will include the China Rising DLC Levolution effects. According to a report, Battlefield 4 China Rising DLC maps was supposed to have Levolution effects, but they were apparently scrapped from the final version. Someone dug up the sound files from the game, and there are several files that indicate that China Rising maps were supposed to have environmental Levolution features. For example, Altai Range was supposed to have a snowstorm blow through it, while Silk Road was supposed to have a sandstorm. Gloaton Peaks was supposed to have heavy fog blowing through the whole map, but we don't know what Dragon's Pass would be. Now, the China Rising was shipped last month, and many noticed the lack of Levolution, which is a feature that DICE and EA has been heavily promoting for Battlefield 4, and many people got a little bit angry or upset about not having any Levolution. Plus, the sound files reveal other features which were cut from the game. For example, players were supposed to be able to switch between the commander and soldier roles, just like how it was in Battlefield 2, and the files also show of the smaller features that were cut, such as nearby soldiers congratulating you if you happen to rank up during a match. So there could be some of the things which shouldn't have been cut, but it's probably for the greater good. Plus, if they did have the Levolution in those maps, some people might be complaining about how they're too similar to each other, but it's always good to have it there, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, this wraps it up for all the Battlefield 4 news we have for today. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and plus there's a video down below which me and Anson GC did a dual commentary on how we think about Battlefield 4 and how EA and DICE is handling the whole situation with its launch. So if you guys want to watch that, click the link down below. I'll continue to strive for being the source for Battlefield 4 videos. Peace out, guys.